Well, welcome to Change Lives Matter. I'm Billy D. Today we're going to talk about water, how to gather your water, how to store your water, and how to purify your water. There's 3 steps that are involved. Today we're going to cover water purification because it's a little bit more detailed than probably anything else that we'll discuss. So, as far as water purification is concerned, the idea is not the color of your water. It is not the taste of your water necessarily. It is the water that I'm drinking pure? Is it good for me? Is it safe for me to drink? Because in an emergency situation or a survival situation, when water doesn't come out of your faucet, which I don't drink that water anyway, but nonetheless I would if I had to, but the whole idea here is that if you don't have water coming out of your faucet and the grid was to go down or something was to happen, some kind of tornado, hurricane, or whatever was to come through the area, and you didn't have water service, how would you gather your water? How would you purify your water, and how would you store your water and keep it clean and pure? Today, we're going to talk about purification. So, stay tuned. Be right with you. Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about water purification. And what we want to do is we want to remove bacteria, we want to remove residue and things out of the water that's not good for us, that's not healthy for us. And so I am going to share with you what I do. This is by no means is this the only way. Is it the best way? It doesn't matter. I've done a lot of research and a lot of study, and this is what I have come up with. So I'm just going to share what I do with you. And so today we're going to talk about purification. Here's what I have. I'm going to show you some things that I have. Obviously, you know what this is. This right here is screen. It is screen that you would use in your windows and your doors. And I have a lot of this, and I use this in filtering my water. I have plenty of these sheets already cut up and stored in case I need them, so I'll know where they're at, and I have them, and I'll be able to use them. So I have those. I have a bucket here, and in my bucket I have everything that I need to purify this water. And so I have the mesh, and then I don't know really what I call this, but it's some kind of a netting or something that ladies maybe would use for a hairnet or something, but I use this in my garden. I use this for a lot of things. And so one of those things is straining water and purifying the water, getting the gunk out of the heavy residue out of the water. And then I run across these sponges, and not really sponges, they're filter types for some type of machine. I just found it at some thrift store somewhere, so I got it. And so I just cut these up and I use these in my water filter. Now, this is my water filter. This is the water filter I use for home. When I catch my water off of my roof, goes down my downspouts, which you can see on that video, I purify my water. We'll talk about that later. But this is what my filter looks like when I filter the water that I have caught. Now, I strain my water when it comes off of the roof. I have 2 or 3 different sections that strains the water to keep leaves and all kinds of debris that comes off. I keep that out of my water as much as I can, so it makes it easier to purify it. But this is when it actually gets down to cleaning the bacteria and keeping the water pure. This is what I use. You will see right here, I have my mesh down on the bottom, and then a little, there's a hole in it, obviously, so you can see it. That's where the majority of the water's probably going to run. I try to filter it towards that point, and then I put some cotton down in here, a cotton ball. Okay, then next you have a layer of charcoal. Now this charcoal I made. This charcoal right here comes out of your fire pit. So you could start a fire, burn your wood, and then when you're done burning your wood, you would want to take these chunks out. and you would want to save them, you wash them, you let them soak, you wash them, and then you let them dry, and they're ready. And they're ready for filtering your water. The best thing in the world for filtering water is charcoal. And then, so then I have a layer of cotton balls again, another inch or two of cotton balls, and then another layer of charcoal, and then more cotton. And then at the top here, I have these little cups. I have these little cups that I purchased somewhere, who knows. And I put little holes in them so that the water will disperse evenly over these things, as opposed to just having one hole in the center of it where it just drops straight down. I have it so that the water will disperse throughout the filter, so it'll run down evenly throughout the filter. And you that are ladies out there, and men, you would probably know what this is. This right here, you need to save these. These are dryer sheets that you use to soften your soften your clothes in your dryer. And I save all of these. I have a big note on my dryer that says, do not throw away your dryer sheets, because these are excellent filters. Excellent filters. Now, if you don't get all of the softener out of them, you'll need to put hot water in, a very hot water, maybe boil them to get that softener out. But these are excellent filters in emergency situation. They're great. So what I have here is I have one of those with this. This is just a cutaway. See, that's the other half of it. And so that goes down in there. So my water comes from my tank, which you'll see in the video on water collection. You will see why and how I use this filter and how these are used. So, but anyway, for today, I just wanted to show you my filter and what this does. Now, this filter that I use goes into my 5-gallon thermos, or whatever you call it, water jug, and I have big 5-gallon jugs that I collect all my water in, and then so this would sit up on top, and then there would be another jug at the top, which you'll see in the other presentation, and the water goes down and in through here, and that's how I purify my water. Now, that's how I do it at home. But now if I'm out in the wild, in the wilderness, this is a cutaway of one where I have, again, I have my charcoal. Here I have my sand. I wash my sand and clean it. I have washed sand. I have grass. I collect grass and I put grass in there. And then I have pebbles from the creek that I used at the top. And so all of these things absorb different, they have different purposes, and they all serve that purpose very well. So by the time that water makes it through here, and I'll probably run this through probably 4 or 5 times, and I can take muddy water, and by the time I'm through filtering this thing 2 or 3 times, 4 times maybe, it's clear and it's clean and it's good water, and you can drink it. So this is what it looks like. But this is what I do. You can find these in any river or any stream. You can find these jugs, 2-liter water jugs or whatever, and you can cut the bottom off of the bottom of it, and then you take and you put grass in the bottom. Now you'll see that I have holes in the lid here so the water can escape. So I have grass here, I have charcoal here, I have another layer of grass, I have sand. Sand is one of your best purifiers here for catching garbage. It collects a lot of garbage. And then I have another layer of grass, and then at the top you can see my pebbles. And then I have holes in the top of the lid. I put the lid back on, and then I pour my water through there. I'll do that, probably pour the water through there about 4 or 5 times. By the time I'm done, I'm ready to drink some good water. So that is how that I do it. So we have our charcoal, we have our sand, we have our grass, we have our gravel, and we have various different other things that we will use. And of course, these are my cotton balls. See how I pull those apart so they're not so thick, so the water can make its way through them. And these are large cotton balls, and I found them to be good. You can also get whole pieces of cotton. I just got the large cotton balls, but I break these up and I use these. So that is how I do it. Now, you can buy activated charcoal. You'll probably pay $10 to $15 for a bottle like this. I found this one here at the thrift store for $3. A good deal. But for the most part, I use all of my own things. And if I'm in the wild, I'm not going to be able to go buy this if I'm trying to survive, and can't run up to Kroger because Kroger isn't open. And I can't go to the fish store because the fish store ain't open. The only fish I'm going to get's out of that river down there. And so you need to be prepared at all times. Here's another wonderful filter that you can use. I got these. They come in packs at the dollar store, and you can get these in packs of 5 or 6. And these are excellent filters. And of course, you have the green. So you can use that. I recommend that you always carry with you. You carry all your strainers, because you'll need to strain your sand and your dirt and everything out of your rocks. When you do your sand, you'll need to strain it out of here, and it's a lot faster and a lot quicker and to strain. So I always carry these. Stay in my little go-to pouch here, my little boat go-to can. And so this is what I use for purifying my water, and it works extremely great. Now tomorrow I'm going to do a video on water collection, and you will also see more of how I filter things and how I do these things on that video. So you'll want to go watch that video. And then of course the storage video, that's a very short little video, but got some helpful hints in it, things that you need to know. So again, that's it. Thanks for joining with me today, and hope that was a help to you, and catch you next time. Later.